everyone, Lady Amalthea here with the rest of 31 Days of Witchcraft, and we start with question 21. What does the term sacrifice mean within your personal practice? I have no idea. I mean, I certainly don't think of, sacrificing goats or anything. I suppose it's what you're willing to give up in order to have your best possible life. Question 22. Is ancestor worship a part of your personal practice? Why or why not? Ooh, now that's a tricky one. I, for many reasons, am not close with a lot of my family, and I don't know all of our history. And I was led to believe, as was the rest of my mother's side of the family, that my great-grandmother was from Belarus. Turns out she actually was from Lithuania. And discovering you are Baltic and not Slavic is kind of weird. But she's with me and has been with me for my whole life, I imagine. But everything I know about her is false. So that kind of has me a bit thrown at the moment. And we discovered other things about family, such as unknown family members, recently. So yeah, a bit weird. What would be your golden nugget of advice for a new witch? What do you wish you knew when you first started out? Read, read, read. That is definitely my advice. Let me just have a sip of my tea. Oh, that's a little hot. Definitely reading. Definitely, absolutely reading. Read everything you can get your hands on. And I don't just mean witch books. I mean reference books of all kinds. Fiction books, fantasy books, autobiographies, memoirs, recipe books, instruction books, everything. Just read. That is my advice. But I've always been a reader, so. Question 24. Are you out of the broom closet? If so, how has that experience been for you? I mean, I suppose I am. I talk about it. I make witchy videos. I post things about it on Facebook and Twitter, and where else am I on the internet these days? I've lost track. Yeah, I would say I'm out of the broom closet. I'm yet to encounter any flack for it, apart from, a few weird jokes from my family, but that's really it. Where was I? Question 25. Do you or would you teach the craft to others? I don't know. It doesn't really appeal to me of things that I would want to teach people. I mean, through writing maybe, but yeah, I don't really want to. I don't see myself. I want to run full moon rituals. I don't want to run teaching workshops. How's that sound? Question 26. Is divination part of your personal practice? If so, what tool do you favour? Oh yeah, I love me some divination. I started off with oracle cards in 2006 and introduced tarot in 2014, 15, not 100% sure. And I love both. I certainly use tarot more regularly than oracle these days, but I certainly have more oracle decks. So there you go. Question 27. Do you use prayer in your personal practice? If not, do you do anything similar to prayer? Yeah, I still pray. When you brought up praying, it's kind of hard to stop that habit. But I don't just pray to God. I pray to my various gods and goddesses and guides and angels and whatnot. What belief system, this is question 28, what belief system, if any, were you raised with? How has this impacted your personal practice? Christianity. Primarily, we started off Seventh-day, we started off Catholic, Seventh-day Adventist Church of Christ, and a bit of uniting in, I guess, Anglicanism and Methodism as well. It absolutely has influenced me, but it's influenced me as a person. So, of course, it would influence my practice. I have made it my mission, and it's a long, slow process to read the entirety of the Christian Bible to understand it, and I would one day like to read the Torah and the Quran just to read them, just to understand. And I know you've got to study to have a greater understanding and whatnot, but my Christianity, my past Christianity has made me who I am, and so it certainly influences my practice because it influences who I am as a person. I feel like I repeated that, but yeah. How do you feel about death? How has this been impacted by your personal practice, or how has it impacted it? Question 29, that is. My father's death in 2016 took away my Christian faith and sent me to being a witch. So yeah, it's impacted it significantly. Yeah. I do not wish to discuss that further right this second, because just thinking about it makes me feel a bit emotional. Question 30. How do you feel about the popularization, got it out, of witchcraft on social media? It's great. It makes it more accessible. And yes, of course, there's people who misuse these things, but people misuse everything, so whatever, Trevor. It's definitely a great thing that there's witchcraft accessible to people who didn't used to be and would like access to it, so that's definitely great. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. So, question 31. What is the most important lesson that your craft has taught you? Be careful with candles. Yeah, not too sure. Yeah. So many things though. Like, I would say that I guess it's really connected me more with the earth, which is a wonderful thing. So that is over 3 videos, all 31 questions. Thank you so much for watching and commenting and doing all those great, wonderful things that you all do. I really appreciate it. That is it for now. I'm going to go back to my tea. Hopefully it's cooled down a little bit, and work on some knitting. Let me see if I can show this on the screen. So, a while ago, I started this cardigan, and I'm up to the final sleeve. It's very, very exciting. So I'm going to make some progress on this while watching a Carl Gray video, because I quite like Carl Gray, and I felt like something a bit angelic this afternoon. So, and then I'm going to be hanging out with some friends online later, so that's going to be fun. I hope you're all staying well in this bizarre world we live in, and I just want to finish by saying Black Lives Matter. Many blessings.